food.
I like the food.
I didn't spill anything on him either, which is a first.
I guess at this time we'll take questions. Anybody has any questions for us at all? We're wide open here. We're all friends. I don't know if we have other mics or are we... Here we go, right behind you.
Hi.
Ooh.
Hi guys, Jerry, you ready for another air guitar performance?
I don't know, you know, when that happened, I was a lot younger than what I am right now. If I went down again, I'm not sure I'd get back up. But, you never know what gets in my head during a game. You know, if I decide to do something crazy, I might do it. You never know.
I don't think I'll ever forget that. Part of the reason is that if he did not go forward, he was going to go backward, which would have been out of the booth. So, as it turned out, it was better that he fell forward, but that was in between a day-night doubleheader against the Tigers. And we were all a little bit tired, all a little bit punchy, and it was unbelievable. One of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I got a good story for you. One quick one. The hardest we've ever laughed really never made air, and we were on air, and we were interviewing somebody. I forget who it was.
I know who it was.
You know who it was?
Yeah.
Don't mention his name.
No, I can't.
But we get to interview a lot of people during the game, and this gentleman came up, and he had a shirt on that was unbuttoned, about 4 buttons down, and all you could see was chest hair exploding chest
out
of his shirt. Now I'm here and Don's there, the guest is in the middle, and we can't see each other.
And the wind would blow.
And I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and we're dying. We're trying not to laugh in the middle of this interview, and it was like the most hilarious. When the guy left the booth, we couldn't stop laughing, you know, because we were interrupted by chest hair. We couldn't see each other.
Who was it?
He was a producer of a very popular show, that's all we can say. And it was not Tom Werner, we can also say that. Other questions?
Any question? Oh, we got a question over here, Jerry and Don.
A lot of people noticed that Wally wasn't in the booth this season, John? And they were saying that he needed to be in the chair upside down, and that would start a winning streak. Is Wally going to come back this year? Your little stuffed Wally.
I just stuffed Wally, Jerry.
What is it? Is he coming back?
You used to have a Wally.
Yes, we had a Wally for many years.
And then he wasn't there this season.
Well, he had a drug problem.
Truth be told, he's been in rehab in Arizona during the entire season.
He's been at the Betty Ford Clinic now for 2 years. We certainly hope that he'll be back next year in his seat.
You have another question here, Jerry?
We were wondering how Molly was handling that.
Oh, Molly?
Yes.
Well, Molly actually is also in rehab, we understand.
Molly was a pig.
Jerry, we have a question here from Julie, Jerry and Don.
This is actually for both of you. Now, if you hadn't gone into this broadcasting, Jerry, I know that you were in the Red Sox, but what would you have done if you didn't go into the Red Sox, Jerry, and Don, if you didn't go into broadcasting for the Red Sox?
I have no other skills. So this is pretty much it.
He always says you'd be a Burger King.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I wanted to do if this didn't work out, and now it's impossible because they're pretty much gone. I wanted to work at Blockbuster Video. And I'll tell you why, because I always thought it was cool that they had like their own video, like Don's video shelf, and like you'd recommend videos. I thought that was pretty cool, and you watch movies all day. So, Blockbuster Video is the answer for me.
As far as I'm concerned, I have no clue. You know, when I finished playing, I thought I'd probably be a coach or a manager, and I thought that's how I'd get along in the game. Very fortunate that Nessing gave me an opportunity 28 years ago to do this, and it's been really the greatest time of my life. You know, I've always said, and I've said this many times, that when this gig finally comes to the end, I will miss this more than when I miss playing. I've had more fun and I've had more interaction with people doing this job than any time as a player, so I hope it doesn't end soon.
What has been your favorite moment in broadcasting out of your whole career?
You what? I got that on video.
I would have to say for me, the problem is we don't get to do the World Series, which is difficult. We would very much like to do the World Series. We'd love to do the ALCS, but unfortunately it doesn't work out. For me, I have to say one of the most emotional things that I've had the chance to broadcast was our first game back after the bombing in 2013. And I think the most emotional call that I can remember was Daniel Nava's 3-run home run. And I just remember thinking to myself, this is for Boston, because that's all I could think about at the time. But really, this was for everybody that was there and everybody who has gone through the bombings and that experience that year. So for me, that by far was the most emotional call I've ever made.
Right. Oh yeah.
For each of you, if there was one moment that the two of you have had in the booth, what would be your favorite moment? We all have our favorites. I mean, my personal favorite is Pizzagate.
I'm going to answer this first because this one I'm not sure. It made air, but people really didn't understand what was going on. Okay, we had a producer who is not our producer currently, who was worried about our dress code, and our dress code usually is a suit and tie, but in Tampa Bay and in Texas, where it's really hot during the day, we wear polos. But a producer of ours suggested that we were not dressed well enough for the series. So I happen to have an extra suit because we were going on to Cleveland after this. So my suit, I went out and got a couple extra ties. Jerry, however, went to one of the restaurants within Tropicana Field, asked a maitre d' for a tuxedo, and Jerry proceeded to wear the tuxedo for the Open and the entire game. I don't know how I got through the Open. I barely looked at him. I usually set it up, say, welcome to Red Sox baseball. Tonight the Red Sox take on Tampa. We have some topic, and then I always turn to Jerry. I couldn't even look at him because he's standing there in a tuxedo. So to me, that is my favorite moment of all time.
I would agree. I don't know how I did my job after that, you know.
He should have been fired.
I should have been fired. I should have been fired for that. But there's been a lot of fun moments. You know, one thing that I'd like to explain to the people here is that our first and most important job is to bring you a good baseball game. That's what we try to do every single night.